everyone, Sophia here. Welcome back to my Etsy shop. I have 7 new items going in the shop tomorrow, Friday at 5 p.m. plus 2 items of jewelry that are from my own stash because I have been decluttering my jewelry in preparation for doing all sorts of videos about my collections. And as I'm going through, I'm removing items that I'm like, you know what, let me sell this, somebody will enjoy it. So at the end I'll show you 2 pieces of jewelry. One is a Coro, the other one might be a Weiss, and they are just beautiful, but I have too much. So let's get started. Number 1 is the one in the thumbnail. You probably recognized it if you are a Pyrex fanatic, a Pyrex collector or aficionado. This is the very famous, highly recognizable Terra by Pyrex. This is probably one of the most rare piece of Pyrex that I've ever had in the shop. Why is it rare? They only issued it for 1 year, 1964 to 1965. This is the 1.5 quart 474B, and I believe the lid is the 23C22. How about I put my glasses on? Hold on. So it was designed by William Curtis, and it's not that people didn't like it. 24C22 is the lid. It's not that people didn't like the Terra pattern. They actually did. The problem was that it was too expensive to produce. So after 1 year they just stopped manufacturing it. So there's not a lot of them out there. It's whoever had them either kept them or threw them out, and it's not like there's a stock of it somewhere in a warehouse. So as expected, when you go online, you're going to find that the prices are all over the place for this particular piece. I think that some of them are outrageous for what it is. I mean, I don't mind, you know, if you really are a collector, collectors will pay $200, $300 for a Cinderella set. But I don't see how this is $75 and up. So I'm telling you right now, it's going to be in the shop under 40 bucks because I think that's what it's worth. And it's a really nice piece of Pyrex. Is it the kind of pattern I would collect? Probably not. It's a little bit too modern for me, but it's really nice nonetheless. So here we have concentric circles, brown, light brown over dark brown, and the inside has a lid. The inside is white, beautiful, and I super cleaned it, okay. Beautiful piece of Pyrex. They had different sizes in that particular pattern. They did the round casserole, but the big deal about them is not just the fact that they only made them for 1 year, but I was the first line they did. Don't mind me scratching my face, I was just playing with the cat. I have cat hair all over. Anyway, it's the first one they did, that Pyrex did, that was both ovenware and tableware. So they were meant to be beautiful enough to serve directly on your table. It is in really good condition. Very often the Pyrexes have a lot of fading right here, where, you know, the hands go, and from the rubbing off, eventually the color disappears. No, not this one. It's in really good condition. Is there no scuff? Not true. There's a few scuffs. You can probably see them. They're kind of like surface, but I mean, come on, look at the condition of this thing. It's really good. And again, I will be selling it under $40. So if you are a Pyrex collector and you're missing this one piece, this is ideal for you, because I'm not gonna overcharge you. And if you are brand new to Pyrex and you want to start collecting, why not start with what is considered a rare piece? The Terra pattern, again, only manufactured between 1964 and 1965, and then it was no more. When I come back, I didn't tell you what I have today other than the jewelry. I have porcelain figurines, I have crystal, paperweights, crystal box, planters, and something very interesting. When I come back, we're gonna do that. Okay, this is super cool, and I'm gonna say it's kind of rare. All right, is it non-existent out there? No, you're gonna find it. So I'm gonna let you take a screenshot, that way you get to see what it is. What is this thing? This is a 1960s cloisonné snuff box. Chinese cloisonné. snuff box, and it's actually a pill box slash snuff box, and it's cloisonné. So I'll let you know real quick what cloisonné is. If only this thing, here we go. All right, so it opens up like this, and the inside has this gorgeous turquoise lacquer, and this is all brass. It's not signed or stamped, at least not that I can see, but I can tell you it's from the 60s because little bit of research on it. So this is cloisonné, and basically what they do is that they take the base metal, the brass, right, and then they're going to solder all of the other brass that you see, and it's going to be raised by maybe less than an eighth of an inch, and then they fill up, because it's going to create little walls, then they fill up the gaps with the enamel, with the color. So that's how they get the cloisonné. This one is like a pagoda and a temple in front of a mountain. Stay in focus. There's some it's a scenery basically, and it's beautiful on the sides too because they have the floral pattern on the sides. This is a really nice piece. So if you collect trinket box or if you collect snuff box, that's the one for you. All brass, really, really neat. Love this. Love the sound that it makes. It's very unusual. May I suggest, if you want to offer a piece of jewelry, how about the earrings that I'm about to sell? Purchase that as well. Put the earrings in it, and you have a perfect gift for a loved one. They'll get a rare, vintage, 60-something years old little snuff box, Chinese. So yes, it's made in China, but it's China arts and craft. It's not like mass produced. And a pair of earrings with it, right? If you want to purchase both. Otherwise, here's the box. The prices are all over the place for this, just like the Pyrex. You get some people selling it for 150 bucks. Come on now. I don't know, maybe it is worth 150. I don't think it is, but who cares about what I think? This is really cool. Okay, let's stay in trinket box slash jewelry box. Let me get my fingerprints out. I kind of showcased that last week. This is, remember the Deco by Mikasa Crystal? I had the candle holders and the candelabra, and I think the same lady bought all of them. Well, lady, it's your opportunity to get the trinket box that goes with it. About as Art Deco as it gets. This is a crystal box by Mikasa, Japan, and it's in perfect condition. Sound that it makes. Triangular shape, very unusual. Usually they're round, oval, square, rectangular. This is the very first time I see one that is triangular. Very unusual, and I'll tell you what, it's perfect for pearls. So a pearl necklace, or even a necklace like the one I'm wearing. That's a coral, by the way. Coming soon in one of my videos about jewelry necklaces. Pearls would go perfect in there because it's wide enough to put a necklace and a bracelet and earrings and a pair of earrings or any kind of heirloom. Very nice. Not expensive. Not expensive at all. It's just a pretty box and an unusual box. I love the difference in cuts. This looks like shutters. This looks like a fan. So when you look at it in the light, I don't know if my light is going to show. It's going to refract light differently. It's just different, basically. I love this. Okay, really, really love this. I'm letting it go. I have plenty crystal boxes, but I'm very specific about the kind of boxes that I like. Okay. When I come back, more crystal. This time it is Waterford and it's a paperweight. Okay, so this paperweight by Waterford you may recognize because I have one in my curio. And no, it's not mine. I'm not selling mine, but I'm selling the exact same one. Behold, Old Glory Paperweight by Waterford. It is meant to be flat as a paperweight. And then it is slightly slanted. You see that? And then you have this wave pattern to make it a flag with all the stars right here. It's a solid block of Waterford crystal, and it says Waterford. Is it here or here? Right here. I don't know if it's gonna show right here. Waterford. I don't know if they still make this one, but this one, I got mine in the late 1990s. So we're gonna assume this is from around that time period. I really don't know if they still make them. I know you can still find them online, again, at really outrageous prices. But this is really cool. So if you have somebody in your family who's very patriotic, or you have somebody who has a new job and it's an office job, what a gift. Their first paperweight to put on their desk. It's a beautiful decorative item. Now, it doesn't really stand this way because this is slightly slanted. So it's really meant to be laying flat. Okay, just saying, you know, you can't have it any other way. Maybe this way. Yeah, you can stand it on its side, but I don't think you want to do that. It's meant to be this way. It's a beautiful piece. It's a solid piece of crystal by Waterford. And again, this one's got beautiful cuts on it. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, when I come back, we're moving on to porcelain and pottery. Pottery. Who's my favorite potter? Come on, you know it's Hager. Okay, I love Hager pottery. This is Hager number 33, 1960s. It's a planter. It's in superb condition. I hope the colors will show. Let me see if I move my light a little bit. It's a forest green. Now you're going to see this one in green, but just like a solid green. This one is a drip glaze. Do you see it? Look at this. Number 33 at the bottom. It's from the 60s. It's perfect. In really, really good condition. No chip, no crack, no crazing. Mid-century modern look. And the only thing, and I think it shows, that it's lost a little bit of its gloss on the inside. Because clearly it was used as a planter, so if you put soil with pebbles in it, it's over time, you know, it's going to scratch, I guess, the inside. But it's really not that bad. I've seen much worse, and I've seen some where the glaze totally chipped on the inside. Why is it so dark in here today? Hold on. If I move this, and if I move this, are we seeing a little bit better? I don't think we do. I gotta do something about the lighting in this room. Oh, here. Can you see the color? It's beautiful. I want to keep it. But I have too many plants. It's very nice. And if you don't want to use it as a planter, you can use it as a catch-all. Why not? It's really nice. And again, this one is almost, well, more probably than 60 years old, and it's in perfect condition. Hager number 33. I don't know how many colors they have. I've only seen this one and the green with no drip glaze on it. Okay. Another paperweight. This one is by Dansk. I have the original box. It's in the other room. Trust, I have the original box. This is very unusual. It's a silver-plated giraffe paperweight. Kind of skinny, very stylish, and silver-plated. It looks almost brand new to me. There's a little bit of scuffing here and there, and I tell you what else is on there that I haven't been able to remove fully. And Lord knows I've polished this thing ad nauseum. the way they had it in the box was open, this was laying flat, and they had tape over it to hold it into the box. So it damaged the box a little bit, but it also left a sticky residue on the giraffe, and I'm trying desperately to remove it. And I washed it and washed it and washed it, and you know, I still have some. But look at this thing. And so at the bottom it says Dansk International Design Limited, Japan. Dansk, Japan. I thought Dansk was in Denmark. Maybe it's the town that's in Denmark, but Dansk is Japanese. I used to know that. I have to be honest. It's 103 degrees outside. The house is having a very hard time cooling down. We have ACs on every floor, and the basement is starting to get, it's really hot. Losing my mind. But anyway, so Dansk, Japan. A really cool paperweight with a giraffe. And I've seen it without a design, where they don't do the fur or the animal print pattern. This one has the design, and the design is in a little bit, but it's also not shiny. So they did it as a brushed instead. Is she cool or what? She's really cool. It's unusual. And again, I have the original box. The box is a little bit damaged, okay? But I have the original box, so again, perfect gift. All right. These two guys, you've seen them on my shelf for a while. I could keep them, but then again, I know what's going to happen. They're going to end up in the curio, never to be seen again. And I want somebody to enjoy them. I here have 1950s porcelain beagles. So cute. And it's his and hers, if you could focus. Okay, so it's two of them. They're slightly different. One looks a little bit to the left. Is it this one? Yeah. This one looks a little bit to the left, and then this one looks straight. They are hand painted, seated beagles, and they are made in Japan. Maybe Germany, but I think it's Japan. Look at these darling faces. Do you see how this one is looking sideways? So they're just a tiny bit different. So it's a his and hers. Yeah, and this one's head is a little bit towards the right. This one's head is a little bit like this. They're just very slightly different, and they're super cool. If you have a beagle or beagles, if you're a beagle fan, or if you know anybody who has beagles, a beagle fan, 1950s, really cool. I love them. But I want somebody to have them and enjoy them, because me, I'm going to stash them away. And again, they'll never be enjoyed because they'll be in my hoard of stuff. And plus, I know myself, I would start collecting animal figurines, and we don't want to get into that, okay? I have enough collecting. All right. Whew. When I come back, after I take a big drink, we're going to do jewelry, which again is my jewelry that I'm selling. So I started going through my stash, and because I had a lot of things in Ziploc bags, in little pouches, and you know, and it was all stashed in shoe boxes. And I have been slowly purchasing vintage jewelry boxes. So as I am starting to put my stuff in the jewelry boxes, there are some pieces that, first of all, I forgot I even had. And then there's some pieces that I'm willing to let go because I want somebody else to enjoy them. Probably because I have plenty, okay? I've made the decision a couple of weeks ago to wear my vintage jewelry more often. I don't wear it most of the time. 99% of the time I don't wear it on camera. And I've made the decision to start doing that. One, because I want you to enjoy my beautiful pieces, and two, because why not? Okay, I'm not doing any kind of big projects right now, so there's no reason for me to not put it on. But I do wear it at work. So I started, and I have this big bag, okay? And last week when I did the brooches, or brooches, they were in here as well. So let me pull things off. I'm going to start with the earrings. And for the occasion, ladies and gentlemen, I bought a little earring stand. Maybe because I have the intention of selling way more pieces. So we're going to put them on. These I believe to be Weiss. And I believe they are from the 60s. The construction, the color, the backing, everything. Now, when you bought jewelry back in those days, you would buy either a single item, or you would buy a demi-parure, or you would buy a full parure. Demi-parure would be maybe the necklace and the earrings, or the necklace and the bracelet. Earrings would be missing. Or it could be just the bracelet and the earrings, but you would not buy the necklace, okay? And very often what they did is that they would have one of the three pieces signed, and the others would not be signed. And sometimes they wouldn't sign at all. The box had the name. So it makes it very difficult to identify vintage jewelry. Another thing, and you'll see that in the second piece I'm going to show you, when you look at vintage jewelry, is that there's a lot of copying between one designer and another. The biggest offenders, and they were doing that as a joke actually, was Lisner and Coro. If Coro came up with a concept, you can believe that Lisner was going to copy that concept and do exactly the same thing with slight variation. And they didn't mind because they were friends. But a lot of other people started doing the same thing. So you look at a piece of jewelry, it's not signed, and you're wondering, is this a Coro, a Lisner, is it a Trifari, is it a Crown Trifari? Is it a Weiss? Is it a Shriner? Who made this? It's not signed. And they all look the same after a while. So here, I have what I believe to be Weiss. And a lot of other designers did those wreaths with the rhinestones. But just the construction of it and the way they present, I think they are Weiss. W-E-I-S-S. What are they? They are wreath clips, glass rhinestones, all prong set. This is also one way you can tell a good designer from a so-so designer. So-so designer would have made fake prongs, and the stuff would be glued in the middle of it, and the prongs don't really get pushed in. This is prong set. So each one of these stones, even though they're not diamonds and they're not sapphires, are set as though they were. I bet you want me to wear them so you can see what they look like. I'm going to remove those. Also vintage. I love these. Okay, so there are wreaths, silver tone, and this is what they look like. Why am I letting it go? Why am I letting those go? Because I got way too many earrings, that's why. If you thought I had a lot of brooches, why don't you see the earrings, okay? And they're cool. They're so elegant. So elegant. So with this, what can you wear if you don't have anything to go with it? A simple silver, one little sapphire necklace or pendant will do. Because the statement is in the earring. You don't have to add too much. See that? Okay, so possibly Weiss. Because I can't confirm, they will be reasonably priced. If they were Weiss, I would have to go a little bit under market value. But because I can't confirm, I do believe they're Weiss though. I'm going to give you an opportunity to take a screenshot. Hold on. I'll put my earrings back. I feel naked. Much better. Okay. Here you go. Take your screenshot. You separate them. And do your research. Are they beautiful or what? Okay. So that's coming tomorrow. And they are not painful. But again, if earrings start bothering you after a while, don't mess up with the spring. Okay, I know a lot of people do that. They kind of like lift the part of the bottom to try to make it a little bit loose. That's a guarantee you're going to lose your earring. They sell on Amazon for quite cheap, under $9, little patches. Some of them foamy, thicker than others, and you just put them in the front and in the back. You'll never feel your earring. The last piece is also from my stash. I don't know why, but this one I feel I'm going to regret. But anyway, this is a unsigned, I believe, Coro bracelet. Look at this gorgeous thing. Look at this. It is 7.5 when closed. The full length is 8. It's a hinged closure with a very nice snap. Okay, it's not going anywhere, won't reopen. Look at this. 1960s Coro. Now, I think it's Coro only because of the craftsmanship and the way it's designed. Again, it's probably part of a demi-parure or parure, and they did not have it signed. The earrings are the ones that are signed, or maybe the necklace or just the box. Okay, but I can tell you one thing. Since I've had this piece for maybe 3 years, 4 years, I have never found it online. I'm going to give you the opportunity to take a screenshot, and maybe you'll be able to find it, but I can tell you, I looked all over. I haven't found it. So what is this? It's a silver tone, and it is enameled. That's what the white is. And then the blue flowers are kind of a mystery to me. I think it's either bakelite, lucite, some kind of thermoset, because that was their specialty, the thermoset. It's basically molded, very, very thick plastic. But it looks like ceramic, and it doesn't look plasticky at all. Okay, I'm gonna wear it on my wrist so you can see what it looks like. Let me find the opening. And again, it's not signed. It's driving me nuts. I'm telling you, years I'm trying to find who made this. I'm fairly convinced it's a Coro. Okay, all right, here we go. A little tongue action here. That's what it looks like. 7.5. You cannot make it smaller. If you want to make it bigger, you would have to add a link here, which you can do easily. Just add a link, like a regular circle or oval, and then you can make it bigger. You would just have the hinge clasp close into that link versus the one that's right here. So you just add something here that goes, you know, by 1/2 inch if you need that. But don't mess around with this. Here's the back of it. Stay in focus, please. Here's the back of it. It's very well made, very well constructed, all articulated. It's a gorgeous piece. I don't have the earrings for it, and I don't have the necklace for it, or the brooch, because sometimes the full parure included everything. And again, trust me when I tell you, I have been trying to find the maker for this thing for years, and I can't find it online. But it's my opinion, which not worth much, but anywho, I think it's a Coro from the 60s. Thermoset, lucite, bakelite molded, melted into the metal, and then enamel. And it's in really good shape. There's very little loss of enamel. Matter of fact, I don't have any chip on it. This thing looks brand new. Very little loss of metal color. It's silver tone. Okay, so this is not silver, it's silver tone. All right, it's a gorgeous piece. So if you want a piece of Sophia, here's your opportunity. Possible Weiss, and possible coral. That's coming up tomorrow at 5 p.m. You want a preview of another piece? I have another piece of coral, but this one's signed, that I'm letting go of. This is 1950s gold tone, real thermoset in emerald green. It's a bracelet. I don't have the matching set, and it is signed Coro. Let me see. Oh, I didn't bring my phone. Oh, it has the C on it, the copyright, so it's after 55. So late 50s, 1960s. And this one is a little bit smaller. I think this one is a 6.5. Yes, I've gained weight over a period of time in my life, you know, so my wrist can't take this one. It was an easy decision to have you have it. Okay, these are all the items coming into the shop tomorrow at 5 p.m. Tell me down below which one's your favorite and what would I keep. I would definitely keep this, and I would keep the planter. I don't need the Pyrex because I'm a Corningware girl. I would absolutely keep this. Absolutely keep this. But I'm kind of messy and disorganized. I think it would get lost in my hoard real quick, probably within a day. So if I was to start using this to put my wedding set, for instance, in it, right? Oh my God, the panic would ensue because I would lose this somewhere in the hoard and then I would never find my rings. So you organized people and careful people with your belongings, you can buy this. And then the beagles, but I'm telling you, I know myself, if I start with animal figurines, I am concerned that I may start a new collection, and we all know I don't need none of that. Okay. Want to know what's coming up next? I'm probably going to do a lot of that American pattern by Fostoria. Can you see it? Look at how many pieces I have. I have quite a lot. American pattern. I'll do some Royal Worcester. These are so cute. There's a big thing right now for butter pats because people use them to put their rings in it. Butter pats by Royal Windsor from the 60s, I think. I'll put that next week. They have a nice sound. Oh, they do. Okay. Okay, and next week I'll probably do this one as well. So now take a screenshot of this, right, and Google it. It's a big ticket item, really, really big ticket item. I'm being very careful with it. It's very heavy. It's a planter. We said we were going to buy all the swans, right? It's your opportunity to buy the swan. I will see you next week. Find me on Instagram at Frenchy and Tubby, and then follow the shop. Frenchy and Tubby on Etsy. Link is up here. And then don't forget to also follow my second Etsy shop, La Boutique de Frenchy. I'll put the link down below. That's where I do my sewing stuff. Mid-July, end of July, I will have new pouches that are Disney inspired. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.